Welcome to Fastang 444. I really need your help. I'm trying to grow my channel, so please subscribe and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I will show you the highlights for 3 games that happened all on the same day. If I showed you the entire 3 games in one video, it would just be too long and I would lose you. So, as you can see, I just won this head-to-head. And I am getting into the Porsche Cayenne, which I have to use some caution with, as you very well may know. Even though it's a level 7, it's kind of more of a level 5 top speed vehicle. And you can see I am right around the future arena wall. Look at that. Someone gets into a Mercedes AMG 1. You can see Teotihuacan ahead there on the right. And this is going to be Final Arena 8 around Atlantis to Tula. And here's a level 7 Ferrari that is heading away from the direction of the head-to-head. Arena 8 is the final arena. It has a finish point just behind Atlantis to Tula. You can see where that finish point is. So I will go between these greenhouses and angle over to the left. This road that kind of parallels that road leads in between the trees ahead. And I will go around the east side of Atlantis to Tula. You can go around either side, either west or east. I prefer going around the east side from that starting point of this head-to-head. There's a level 7 Ferrari right in the middle of Atlantis to Tula. So I'm getting into a level 8 here shortly, and I will instantly turn away from where that finish point is. Sometimes people will hang around there trying to snipe cars that are completing head-to-heads. Someone just got into a Hoonigan RS200. I will take the MG Metro, and I definitely have to get into another head-to-head here. And this driver just eliminated the driver that had the Mercedes AMG 1 and takes it. I will just sit here, let my vehicle go opaque on the mini-map where I'm not visible on the mini-map, and see if I can catch someone that completes a head-to-head and goes to that intersection that is ahead, or makes the mistake of coming down this dirt road. Takes a bit of patience, doesn't always work, but I've had actually very good luck doing this, so give it a try. Changing my perspective so I can see these vehicles on the mini-map. Here's a vehicle over on the right, and sometimes head-to-heads actually lead to that road that's over on the right there, and then they go over to the left as they level up into a Camaro. Let's see what they do. Hopefully they come back over towards this intersection. Oh, they are. They're right here. Let's pause a little bit, see what they do. I'm hoping they will start heading down the dirt road towards me. But they don't. They're just stopped. I will have momentum. Let's do this. They tried ramming me to stop my momentum, but when you engage in a head-to-head, you ghost for just 1 second. So I was able to ghost through them. Now I need to just get around these trees over to the finish here. Get out of the MG Metro into a level 9. And there's a car right in front of me. Look at this. that is a Mercedes AMG 1. So they were hanging around the finish point trying to snipe cars. So I am not going to level up next to them, of course. I will reluctantly take the Jeep Trackhawk, but I don't have much option. So I decide that I am going to try and go by the Mercedes AMG 1 with momentum. There they are, straight ahead. And they park, so they went invisible on the mini-map. So they're right here. I ghost through them, challenging them. And I'm going to take the Mercedes AMG 1. How great is that? And this is a bit of a rarity that you can beat a AMG 1 with a Jeep Trackhawk, but positioning is everything there. And the arena is shrinking for the final showdown, so I got that in just in time. Of course, I'm taking the Mercedes AMG 1 over the Funko. This could not have gone any better. So, right here is the point I like to lead from.
Get ready for the final showdown!
Right around these sides. You can see on the map this point that I like to lead from. This is Arena 8. The range of time to leave is 21 to 24 seconds. I will leave at 23 seconds. I normally follow the road, but it was a bit crowded there, so where it bends to the right, I continue on slightly left line. There is a shed and a barn find just ahead that I am trying to avoid. I just narrowly missed the shed. Finish point appears to the east, actually northeast. To get through the greenhouse area, I will go between these two intersections. You can see there are buildings, obstructions at both of those intersections. I avoid on this line. Cross the stream, roughly around this dirt road. This is a flatter line through here. Watch out for this V-shaped intersection. There are obstructions around that and a pond. Looks like this finish may be on the road here after the highway ends in the east here, possibly around the traffic circle. Here's where I make a mistake. I should be on the road and I run right into this building, but fortunately I have a large enough lead where I get to this finish before anyone else is even nearby. What a great win in this Mercedes AMG 1 that I took with a Jeep Trackhawk. Yes!
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati! Oh, shh.
Here's the Fastang 444 cartoon character. I found this level 6 Porsche 959, great car, and I was right near Horizon Mexico Festival site, and look at this, yes! A Lamborghini Centenario, what a great find. And I wound up going away from the progression of the game, around the perimeter, and there was this vehicle that just kept driving around, trying to come near me, so I am giving them their wish. They wanted a head-to-head, we were in a head-to-head. So off we go. I will stay in the Lamborghini Centenario. After I win this head-to-head, it will offer the Funko, which can be a handful. It can be squirrely at top speeds and has a tendency to spin out, even though it has a higher top speed than the Lamborghini Centenario. And this driver winds up quitting, which I'm okay with. I'm sure they were not happy when they saw a Lamborghini Centenario challenge them. Wound up going back around the Horizon Mexico Festival site, and you can see the second to last arena wall touches just northwest of Atlantis to Tula. That's a clue. It will be Final Arena 10. So I stayed there until the arena began to shrink, and then I came over here in Teotihuacan. You can see the Final Arena wall now for Final Arena 10. And I will just stay here until the arena is beginning to shrink and then get in position for the final showdown. All right, it's time to get in position for the final showdown. This small group of trees right here is the point I like to leave from.
Head-to-heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 10. The range of time to leave is 21 to 24 seconds. I will leave at 22 seconds. I will continue on a straight line and go through the corner of the greenhouse. I found this is a flat line through here, and I can exit with a fair amount of speed. Exit at 2 seconds, not bad. That's a level 9 Fiesta that was nearby. The finish looks like it is north of the stadium, quite possibly around the Bat's Head. I am now looking for a tree that is just on the other side of the highway. Once I see this tree, I angle over to the right. You can see all the buildings and trees I avoid by just going slightly to the right there. Now I can angle over towards the finish. Looking for the stadium to go on the east side of it. I can see the stadium now. Trees here. Definitely looks like this finishes at the Bat's Head. So I know to angle over to the left. There are rolling hills and trees on a straight line if I continue straight, and I will avoid those. You can see them there on the right. Now I'll go on the road that leads over to the finish. Here's the Bat's Head, and the finish is right at the neck of the Bat's Head. What a great win in this Lamborghini Centenario that I found. Yes!
Winner! Welcome to the Illuminati!
Here's the Fastang 444 realistic character. I'm just north of Horizon Mexico Festival site, I guess northwest of it, and you can see the arena wall, how far north it goes. That's usually a clue. It will be Final Arena 18 up the mountain. So there's this level 5 Porsche 911. Off we go. And the finish point of this head-to-head verifies it will be Final Arena 18 up the mountain. So I wound up getting through the trees up the mountain, and I will jump ahead where I am close to the finish. I will pause this here. I see a driver off on the right where I typically like to go after I complete a head-to-head, but since there was a driver over there, I am heading up here on the switchback just above the finish point. And here is a vehicle down below that just completed a head-to-head. And this tactic coming up on this switchback, I learned from my friend Mike Mechanic, so I've nicknamed it the Mike Mechanic method. It's very effective, and you can see another vehicle down below there that's really close to the finish point. But here is, this is an MG Metro. He turned away, but here's this Hoonigan Group A that is going away from the finish point. So I just need to get down to the finish point, and I will pause this here. I'm looking at where the other drivers are. There were multiple down the switchbacks down below, and then others off on the right. So I know it's safe to go over down this road here, which I've nicknamed Balkan Road. I beat a famous Russian YouTuber his first stream of 2024. Back-to-back games, actually. The second game I beat him up here. He was unaware that when you park, you become invisible on the mini-map. So this is actually where I like to park, up the mountain on Balkan Road. And if anyone comes towards me, I will engage in a head-to-head. And look at this. I'll slow this down. That driver gets into a level 8 Lamborghini Murcielago. And they are remaining around the finish point. Another driver gets into a level 9 Volkswagen Andretti Beetle. And it's a very risky tactic, just parking near the finish point there. It worked for them. The Lamborghini Murcielago eliminated the Andretti Beetle, and to my surprise, they wind up taking the Andretti Beetle. As you can see, it has a much lower top speed. I think that is a mistake. If they cannot get into another head-to-head, they are in a slower vehicle going down the mountain. The Lamborghini Murcielago has near level 10 speeds. I'm watching this vehicle intently that is on the dirt road switchback above, that they don't come by me with momentum. They don't, but here comes a vehicle on the road below where I came over here to Balkan Road, and then another vehicle is coming towards me. Let's see if I can get into a head-to-head with this vehicle coming towards me. They wind up seeing me and they go to the road below, and then here are two vehicles right in front of me that just engaged in a head-to-head. So I'm going to start going up the mountain as the arena is shrinking, and there isn't anyone up here that sniped me, so that worked out well. Alright, I'm just getting in position now for the final showdown. Just beyond this T-shaped intersection, there are some boulders that I like to park next to right ahead. And look at that, someone was outside of the arena and was eliminated. So right here, I like parking next to these boulders. It eliminates those that try and do the antics of ramming into you before the final showdown.
Heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown!
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 18. The range of time to leave is 13 to 14 seconds. I will leave it 14 seconds. I appear to be the only one that is trying to time their exit, so that's a good thing for me. Alright, the finish point is to the west. Maybe in line of the drag strip that heads west out of Horizon Mexico Festival site, or close to that. So I will just go around the festival site, watching out for some boulders through the Baja here. Go between the light towers here, and I recognize this finish point. I've seen this before. This road that goes off to the left is where the finish is. It's actually right next to a small group of buildings over here. And this is that Volkswagen Andretti Beetle that comes flying in late. They should have taken the Lamborghini Murcielago. They might have had a shot.
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati! Oh, shh.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video along with all of my videos. And if you've been enjoying my content, subscribe. Please help me get to 1,000 subscribers.